Well, welcome to Christian Answers. This is Pastor Jeff Short, your Bible teacher and cultural commentator. Today we have an analysis video, and we're going to be looking at Dolly Parton, who is somewhat of a mystery because at times she talks like a Christian and acts like a Christian and speaks like a Christian, and you would say, wow, she's singing about Jesus, she's talking about Jesus. She must be a really turned on Christian. But then at other times, she seems to be promoting contrary causes. For example, I did a video, I think about 3 or 4 years ago, where she was actually promoting the LGBTQ cause, where, if you remember back, there was, and it's still to some extent today, there were what they call the bathroom wars, where these transgender people, men who claim to be women and women who claim to be men, they were just marching right into the bathroom of their declared gender. So you'd have a man who would go marching into the women's bathroom, and if anyone questioned him, he would say, well, I identify as a woman. And so states were grappling with, how do you deal with this, where men are walking right into the women's bathroom? Men, boys are walking right into the girls' bathroom and saying, well, I declare myself a woman, or I feel like a woman, or in some crazy otherworldly scenario, they are saying that they are women. And the states have been trying to figure out what to do legally. Well, Dolly Parton was asked to comment on this in her state, Nashville, Tennessee. And she said some ridiculous comment like, well, people should be able to go to the bathroom wherever they want to go to the bathroom. And then she made the ridiculous quote, if I have to pee, I'm gonna pee. And we scratch our head. No, wait a minute. Are you saying that you really think that men should be able to march right into the women's bathroom because they consider themselves women, just on their own declaration, consider themselves women? Is that where you're at, really, Dolly Parton? So, we're scratching our heads. She's singing about Jesus. She's claiming to be a Christian. She's talking the talk. But when it comes right down to it, she's either not thinking through the issues, and she's operating on a very superficial, naive, uninformed level of the conversation, or she actually knows what she's doing, and she actually knows that what she's doing is promoting the LGBTQ revolution or the transgender cause or whatever you want to call it. She's actually promoting that and is okay with that, but still wants to have Christians like her, and she still wants to be a part of the Christian celebrity scene. Yet she also wants to promote the LGBTQ cause. What is it? Is it she's just totally out of it mentally, or she doesn't know what's happening? Is she naive? Is she ignorant? Is she uninformed? Has she not thought through these issues? Is she being used by the LGBTQ movement? These are all puzzling questions that we've been scratching our heads for years now. And asking, where is she mentally, spiritually, and politically? Well, yet again, we have a situation where Dolly Parton is seemingly aligning herself with the LGBTQ transgender cause. And this time, the headline is that Miley Cyrus, Dolly Parton's Rainbow Land song, banned from Wisconsin first grade concert. So, Dolly Parton evidently has teamed up with the very profane and ungodly Miley Cyrus, who is really polluting and really badly influencing the younger generation. Miley Cyrus used to be a really wholesome, really good girl back in her early days when she was a TV star on, what was the show that she was on? It was a Disney Channel, and she was on Hannah Montana was her show. And she was a wholesome, fresh, innocent young girl who was parents could feel good about letting their kids watch. And then after she got over that show and she started growing up in her later teens, she really began to turn more bad, she might say go bad, and really became quite a disgusting role model for young people, where she's dressing immodestly, she's acting immorally, acting profane, flaunting all the laws of God, and just rebelling in a really gross way. And it's sad for a lot of parents because they let their little kids watch the Hannah Montana show when Miley Cyrus was good, and now she is influencing that same generation for the bad. And so it's a sad sequence to see, but that is what has happened. Now, she has put out a song called Rainbow Land, and she sings it with Dolly Parton. And Dolly now is somehow promoting, again, the LGBTQ cause, whether out of just sheer ignorance or oblivion, or whether she actually is behind this consciously and knows exactly what she's doing and wants to, again, like I said, play to the Christian crowd when she's singing Christian songs and hymns, and then also play to the secular rebellious crowd when she's with Miley Cyrus and all of these LGBTQ causes. So let me read the article here. It appeared in Yahoo News, and let's try to figure this out. It says Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton's duet song Rainbow Land. Now, right off the bat, I'm suspect to this song because, again, the gay rights movement, now known as the LGBTQ movement and the transgender movement, they have hijacked this symbol, this rainbow symbol. You know, it used to be rainbow was a rainbow. And you look up at the sky after it rains and there's this beautiful rainbow, okay, different colors. And you used to have songs written about rainbows. The Wizard of Oz, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, no problem. Back then, it was still seen as a rainbow. Rainbow meant a rainbow. And it comes from the biblical reference that when God, after the flood, he promised to Noah that he would never destroy the whole planet with water like that. And the rainbow then appeared as a sign of that promise. So it gets its origin from the Bible, and that's what it's known for. But the LGBTQ, that satanic evil movement, has hijacked, stolen, appropriated the great biblical image of a rainbow that God gave the promise he would never destroy the earth by a flood again. And now, in modern times, in the last 25 years or so, the rainbow is the sign of this sexual deviant perversion called homosexuality. And so when you hear the word rainbow and when you hear it in songs, you have to ask yourself, how is it being used? Is it being used in the old-fashioned way? Is it being used in the way that it used to be, in the sense that you look up in the sky and you see the rainbow, or in the biblical sense? Or is it being, most importantly, is it being used now to further the LGBTQ gay rights movement? And so when they sing, Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton sing a song called Rainbow Land, you have to wonder, okay, is this a gay rights song, and is it trying to promote LGBTQ immorality? So they sing a duet called Rainbow Land, has been banned from a Wisconsin first grade spring concert because of concerns it would be controversial, leaving students who had hoped to sing it and their teacher disappointed and confused. Okay, so the school district, or the school, decided that that would not be an appropriate song because it might be controversial. Because of the connotation now with the gay rights movement, the LGBTQ movement, obviously. It's such a fun song, and they just immediately took to it, said Melissa Temple, a first grade dual language teacher at Higher Elementary School. Rainbow Land was planned to be one of the songs Temple's first grade students, first graders now, would be singing at their spring concert. After playing it for them, they said they wanted to hear the song over and over again. Okay, so they like the song. The first graders like the song. Great, okay. There are probably a lot of songs that the first graders would like if it were played in class, and they would want to hear it again. Okay. Temple later found out that the higher elementary administration was not going to permit the song to be performed after all. Temple and her students were so sad, she said. Okay, students got disappointed because this teacher had brought up a song called Rainbow Land, and you want to know, okay, where is this teacher coming from? Is there any motivation behind bringing up this song? And come to find out, yes, there is. Come to find out that this Temple teacher, last name Temple, actually is a gay activist or actually a gay ally. So she's an LGBT, what they call ally, or someone who wants to promote the cause. And she got the kids all excited about this rainbow song. And now she's reporting that they're sad because the administration decided that that would not be a good song for them to sing because of the connection with the LGBTQ cause. Perfectly logical, makes perfect sense. The administration didn't want to wade into the waters of the LGBTQ debate and bring first graders into it. And then she's saying the kids are so sad. Well, yeah, okay, the kids are sad. But so? Okay, I'll continue reading. We just really feel bad because the kids were excited about it, Temple said. And who got them excited about it? That's the question. Yeah, if you have an LGBTQ ally who bringing in a rainbow song and she gets the kids excited about it, and then the administration gets wind of it and says, no, that's probably not an appropriate song. And now she's coming back and saying, well, they were so excited. The kids that I got excited about this song, they're so excited, trying to pressure for change to get the song brought in so the kids can sing about the rainbow and promote gay rights. Temple, who has been teaching for 20 years and is national board certified, is just really confusing. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, yeah, it does, and I think you know why. You know, the teacher here is playing kind of like, I don't know what happened. You know, we just want to sing the song about a rainbow, and, you know, it's just a rainbow. I don't yeah, really? You don't have any clue as to why the administration might not want to sing it with the kids? You don't? Yeah, you do. The thing is, she does. Rainbow Land is a duet by Miley Cyrus and her godmother, Dolly Parton, off of Cyrus's 2017 album, Younger Now. Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton will host the New Year's Eve party on NBC. Okay. Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton will host the Miley's New Year Eve party. Miley Cyrus rides emotional seesaw and brings more flowers on endless summer vacation. Okay, Waukesha superintendent says Rainbow Land could be perceived as controversial. Exactly. Because any time today in the modern world that you have a song about a rainbow, you have to ask the question, is this pushing the LGBT cause? Is it? We'll find out. Yes, it does. The actual rainbow lyrics actually do promote that cause. School District of Waukesha Superintendent Jim Siebert confirmed to Fox 6, who first reported the incident, that Rainbow Land was dropped from the set list and cited a specific school board policy saying it was determined that Rainbow Land could be perceived as controversial. Exactly. The district questioned whether it was appropriate for the age and maturity level of the students and because of social and personal impacts of them, Siebert told the television station. So he's actually acknowledging the reality of this rainbow song. And the teacher it's acting like, well, I don't understand. Yeah, you do understand because you're an ally for the LGBTQ cause. And the thing about it is Dolly Parton cannot be as naive as she comes across by singing about rainbows and singing about, and in the song it talks about everyone should be able to be who they want to be. What does that remind you of? The LGBTQ cause. That's their argument. We need to be who we are. Boys need to be able to go into the girls' bathroom because if they identify as a girl, the boys need to be who they are. They need to be their best self. They need to not feel ashamed about the fact that they are some kind of deviant sexual pervert. That's the LGBTQ cause in a nutshell, and it's in this song. Higher elementary school teacher says it's not clear what the district's issue is with rainbow. Oh, well, it's not clear? So they have to actually spell it out and say, see, this is a symbol for the gay rights movement, right? And when the lyrics of the song talk about you need to be who you want to be, and everybody should be who they want to be, and everybody should feel good about themselves, and it's obvious it is a subtle reminder of the propaganda we get all the time from gay rights activists. When asked why she thought the song was pulled, Temple told the Journal Sentinel, "I really don't know." Oh, really? You don't know? I doubt that. There's so many different things it could be. Okay, well, what do you think it is? We do have a controversial content policy within our district, and it's a little bit vague, so it's hard to know exactly what the district would say is controversial or not. Well, all you have to do is look at the lyrics of the song, and you'll find out that it's pushing the same philosophy and attitude and ideas that the LGBTQ cause is pushing. And it's using the rainbow symbol of, and what is the rainbow symbol of? The gay rights flag, the LGBTQ symbol. You know that, and the teacher knows that too. She's just playing like she doesn't understand what she understands. Through the grapevine, Temple said she heard that the song being vetoed has to do with Cyrus's being the singer of it. Yeah, well, that's probably not the real objection. Although that would be enough reason maybe to not have the song because Miley Cyrus is a bad role model for young kids, especially to first graders, because of her rebellious attitude and breaking the rules and immorality and whatever form of rebellion you can name, she wants to do that. Musical artists often do things. In fact, I think it was Miley Cyrus that declared herself to be pansexual or something, or just some stupid, silly, the kind of things that all the celebrities have to get into today. Musical artists often do things that are controversial, Temple said, so that we would be a really strange way to approach a controversial topic. How would you sing pretty much any song everybody's got in their past that might be controversial? Yeah, it's not about her only. It's about the gay rights movement, LGBTQ promoting their movement through songs. That's what it's about. And she knows it. And she's just playing along like, oh, I don't understand. You understand. This is called manipulating the emotions and minds of people. This is a disingenuous person, an LGBTQ ally in the public schools who's trying to bring in LGBTQ influences in the schools to first graders and pretending when she got caught, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do know what you're talking about, and everybody knows what it's all about. In 2017, Parton told The Taste of Country that the song is really about if we could love one another a little bit better, or be a little kinder, or be a little sweeter, we could live in a rainbow land. Yeah, it's not just about that. And I think Dolly Parton already knows that too. So again, the big question is, does Dolly Parton, is she that naive? And can she be used that simply by the LGBTQ movement? Because she has been used by them in the last 4 or 5 years. So is she that gullible that she can be manipulated by this movement? Or does she really understand this movement and says she wants to be a part of that movement and promote that? And I'm beginning to think, after many, many of these instances, that she actually is all on board with the LGBTQ movement, like a lot of the other celebrities. And she wants to be popular. And if you take a stand against the LGBTQ movement, then you're going to be canceled. And I think she really wants everybody to like her. Dolly Parton is in love with the crowd. And she wants to be loved by the crowd. And she's a people-pleasing person. And she wants to please everybody. And so she wants to please the in crowd, and she wants to please the Christians who are the out crowd. And so she'll sing songs about Christianity, and He's Alive is a great song that she sang around Easter time. And Christians like to have her sing that. But then on the other hand, she'll do a duet with Miley Cyrus and promote the LGBTQ cause, and she'll promote the LGBTQ side on the bathroom wars, saying, you know, if you got to go to the bathroom, you got to go to the bathroom. I don't know, the big controversy, as if she didn't understand what the real issue is. So she is actually being used by the LGBTQ movement and allowing herself to, and I think she understands it, but that's her position. It's really just about dreaming and hoping that we could all do better, she told the outlet. It's a good song for the times right now. Yeah, if you're promoting LGBTQ and you're using the rainbow as the sign, yeah, it's good for that cause. But there are a lot of other songs that are a lot better if you're just wanting to promote peace and harmony with no references and no baggage in them. Dolly Parton will reveal passion for fashion in the book Behind the Seams, My Life in Rhinestones. The teacher says themes in Rainbow Land are about embracing differences in each other. Again, see? Embracing differences in each other. Again, that is the LGBTQ message to America. We need to embrace all the differences. Even we need to embrace the differences where boys can just walk into the girls' bathroom because they identify as a girl. We have to embrace the differences in the girls' track and field meets when boys want to compete in the girls' meet. We have to embrace our differences. That's the theme of the movement. Some of the lyrics Temple especially appreciated were, wouldn't it be nice to live in paradise where we're free to be exactly who we are? There you go. Where we are free to be exactly who we are. Now, where does that come in? To be who you are. Again, that's the transgender, that's the LGBTQ. They're trying to tell people you need to let everybody just do what they want. Let men become women. Let women become men. Let gays be married, even though the institution of marriage is between a man and a woman. Change the definition. Let people do what they want to do. Disregard the moral boundaries, whatever. And here's another lyric. Let's all dig down deep inside, brush the judgment and fear aside. So do away with the Christian morality. That just is judgmental. Make wrong things right, and in the end fight. And in the fight. That's like the core of what we teach at school or what anybody teaches. No, that's not the core. The core is to teach reading, writing, and arithmetic, and not to social engineer kids to accept kids to be everything they want to be, where we're free to be exactly who we are. No, you need to discipline kids and influence kids to be good people. not just let them be who they want to be. And then the teacher says, you can be who you are. You should be proud of what you look like and how you learn, and that everyone has differences that we can all appreciate, and that no one's the same. So you shouldn't be afraid to be yourself around other people. Again, that LGBTQ mantra, be yourself, embrace yourself, find yourself, express yourself. It's that same propaganda line. And now it's being used on first graders. And the administrator of these schools understands the message, and any person who has a brain cell can understand the message. And these LGBTQ activists and allies are trying to do a snow job on people and go, oh, no, it doesn't really mean that. Yeah, it does mean that. For the May concert, Rainbow Land was replaced with Rainbow Connection from the Muppet movie, Temple said. But then that song got axed too, she said, and it has since been re-added. Other songs will be performed at the show included It's a Small World, Decolores, Here Comes the Sun, and What a Wonderful World. Okay. Rainbow Connection in its day was a good tune. It had a good message, but again, when you have the LGBTQ cause hijacking good themes and good songs and taking over and trying to act like they own the whole rainbow idea, then even the good songs can be twisted and perverted into the homosexual cause. And that's what's happening with things like the Muppet movie Rainbow Connection. I remember when that Rainbow Connection came out, and this was like 40 years ago, I think it was, 30, 40 years ago. Yeah, the song is catchy, and the actual lyrics fit together with the melody, and it's a good song. And What a Wonderful World, for example, talks about the colors of the rainbows, so pretty and bright. And it's actually using it in a more traditional sense, rainbow, not connected with the LGBTQ cause. But again, every time the word rainbow is used now, it's twisted and perverted and distorted into a propaganda piece for the gay rights movement. And kudos to the administrators of this school who said, nope, we're not buying into that propaganda. So again, we are facing some very sophisticated propaganda, and it's now not just coming from the celebrities, although it still is coming from the celebrities. It's now filtering down into our schools, and we have to be aware of it and not be naive and not simply accept it and object it when we see it. So beware, be on the lookout for these subtle inroads into influencing children at an early age. We need to stand up and say, no, not here, not on our watch. Talk to you later. God bless.